Hello friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Sijala. In this session we learn the radio button group in Android. So first I share my laptop screen and fix the position to here so you can watch better way my video lecture. And here that my taskbar, that is a ADT Android development tool Eclipse. So that asking that workspace folder, I click OK and take some process. Yes, that start. So wait, yes, that very fast. So I think yes, now that open. And now here in status bar that load their SDK. So software development kit. And now first we can launch. Yes, after complete this process, we can do our work. Yes, now that complete process. So yes, in window folder, you have to know here Android virtual device manager. I click and that AVD is my AVD name and I start button press and launch. So in background, we can take our device. So that is better. So yes, our device is now appear. So I minimize and close this window. And now in file menu, we can take a new Android application project. So here we can give like RB radio button or that is group. So there are two controls. So RB demo, yes, and that anything not changed. So our project name, package name, and application name, all three is same in Java. So that is a Froyo that many require SDK target 4.2 Jelly Bean 17 API compile with Jelly Bean and then default things. So press next. Yes, that is our workspace folder. You have to change, so uncheck this checkbox and take browse to your particular folder. So here I cannot change anything. Next. So that is us taking our logo HDPI, so launcher underscore icon, and here you can also change color, but I cannot change any color. So just press next. Yes, blank activity, yes, that is required, so that's selected. And here main activity, that is our Java file, and activity underscore main, that is our layout file. So I finish. Yes, so that application is blank activity is created. So yes, now that taking some process, and yes, here you can look now, yes, appear. So yes, I double click, so that is a full screen. And that you have to know, here there are two tabs, graphics layout and activity. So there are two, that first our relative layout and text view, that our control. So yes, in graphics layout I just select this and delete. So we cannot require, because we have to already take some that hello world by how to run in my first in YouTube channel. So edit configuration, and then so you can watch if you not know. So here we can take as there are two. So that is a single means radio button, and there are radio button group. So there are two. So if we can take this radio button single, so we can take to group to ourselves, and we can take this radio button, so that automatically create the group. So that is a better one. So you can also use, no, there is no problem. So I take, there are by default taking three radio button. So yes, so we can take like male female for gender. So that time we can use as a only two. So we can remove one. Yes, let us check. And then first I take one button. So yes, that not link with radio button. So otherwise that typecasting error is appear. So we can yes, now that yes, that now perfectly. So look. So yes, and we can use as a toss class to print our selected radio button text. So now I can, yes, that our design is ready. So let us check. Yes, here in, so here you can look, that is a radio button group, and by default that is a radio button 1, 2, and 3. So we can first change the ID of radio button group. So if you take that single radio button, then you can provide a radio button group. Yes, that that is in yourself. So that is a better radio button group you have to use. And also you can use a single radio button, but you can provide starting radio button, and that is in under the radio button group, your single radio button. So that define the group. Otherwise, both radio button is selected. So yes, now what is do? So first I change yes that ID RB. So RB is yes radio RG, yes radio button group. So RG is better. And now here that RB. So RB1, yes, that is first, and we can change also text. So we can take like male and female. So now next here I provide RB2, yes RB2, and that text we have to check as a take as a female. So male female, and you can also take like provide by in bank mode payment system, so check, cash, or other. So you can also take as a 3 radio button, so that type of apps. So here we can require only 2 radio buttons, so I one is remove, and that you can remove, yes, no problem. So here we can also change that button ID, so btn, and we can take a submit, and then that is a the text also change, and we can take as a submit. Okay, so that our control s I can save. So our design is ready. Let us check anything else. So yes, that perfectly. So by default that is single is selected. So now we can do some coding. So yes, here we can use first as a button, but after that we can also that set on check change listener. So first and then button on click event I can use. So now we can go over Java file. So here that our RB demo, yes, and then src, that is source folder, and then main activity.java file I can open, and then here our 3 package by default is import. So first we can take a reference. So here we can take as a radio group. So that is a group, and that RG, yes, RG is already in our XML file. So here RG1, yes, and then radio button. So that I take R1, yes, because RB1 and RB2 is our XML file. So now what to do? And also one button, yes, that button we have to take as a reference. So that is a B1. Yes, so that taking error because that package is not import. So now yes, I click, so that you have to look here, that is a same widget, package, button, radio button, and group, all 3 control from that package. And now what to do? So yes, same process, RG1 we can take find view by ID, and that is our activity r.id dot, yes, that is a RG. So that is a radio button group, and type casting is needed because that view find view by ID is a return data type is a view. So we can obviously type casting. So you can look now. So view is a return data type, and activity. So android.apps.activity find view by ID, and here integer. So that ID is written in integer. Now same that we can take button, yes, so find view by ID, yes, then r.id dot that bt and submit, and then again type casting, same process. But here now we cannot take ID of our radio, selected radio ID button we have to take, and we can take and thus set on pick listener. So yes, and now nameless object, and that is a anonymous inner type. Yes, I just full screen so you can watch better way. So just double click, so that is a full screen. Again control space bar, so that libraries appear, and now you can look that syntax is right. And here we can provide first that our parentheses start here, that is a, and here, and that close at last, so we can provide semicolon. So one error is solved. And now what to do? So mouse take over in on click listener. So that suggestion that Android view and view class. So that is a on-click listener in this package, so that all error is gone. So you can look here, package is import. Now what to do? So first we can take, yes, here one integer x variable, and then arg1, yes, and that is a one method. So we can take as selected. So that is a, we can take as a selected radio button id. So we can take as a get uh, check, yes, here name is a get check radio button id. That is a return data type integer, and then radio button group. So that is a method of radio button group, and get checked radio button group button id. So that is, we can take as integer value, because that is a return data type integer, so we can take a x as a handler. Yes, now what to do? So yes, that perfectly. And now we can take our R1 and then find view by ID. So that is a different way we can get our ID. So here that X is passed integer, because that get checked radio button ID provided by radio button group, which you radio button is selected. So that taking integer data type, and find view by ID we can pass as integer, and then here also typecasting in radio button. Yes, so now perfectly, and now we can use as a toss class. So just toss dot make text, that is a method, and now you can also use inbuilt method get application context. So yes, here get application context. So that is a context wrapper class, and other choice also we can main activity dot this. So that is a also perfectly. And now what to do? So here we can take R1 and then get text. So that selected radio button text is print in toss. And now duration. So toss, yes, toss class dot short length underscore short, because very simple male or female. So show, yes. So whenever user click on the radio button, anyone, so that selected radio button get check radio button ID written in X, and X is we can provide in find view by ID, and that R1, that is a radio button ID R1, and then we can take R1 dot get text, and also we can take as a two string. So yes, that get text is also perfectly. So now, yes, our coding is ready. So let us take, we can run our apps. So here our RB demo selected and run as, yes, Android application. Yes, our device is, I think, ready. Yes, I just lock open. So yes, that device is now open, and we can wait. Here some process is going on. So that in log cat, log entry and cat. So catch. So like try catch. So that is a log cat. So any error or any detect, so you can watch in log cat window. So that perfectly we can say that that error, if any detect, so we can solve in log cat. First see which error is coming, and then solve, and again save and run. So that is a perfectly. So yes, now yes, that our radio button is coming. So yes, I select anyone. Yes, first we can check. Yes, that is a radio button group. So we can take single radio button. So we can define to our group. Means we can take a radio button group control, and in between starting and ending take, you can take your single radio button. Same process. So we can use directly radio button group. So yes, your look, female is selected. Now I can check as a male. So yes, male is selected. So very perfectly. And now, second step, yes, I think you have to understand. So what to do here? So yes, very interesting and very simple how radio button is selected. So we can use as a radio button group control. Now what to do? Now I cannot use as a button directly. We can use as a radio button that event. So I take radio button. So that button I take as a comment line. And here I also provide comment line, and here multi comment line for your reference. So that is a perfectly. So all are well. And I remove also in our this radio button I remove. So here I take delete. So what to do? So how we can print our value from radio button? So yes, that is also we can take. Yes, that is a radio button. So that is we can take RG. Yes, one dot uh, set. Uh, yes, that is a set. Let us check that any event. So we can set item. Yes, that is or change item. So set on. Yes, yes, perfectly. So you can look here. Set check change listener. So that is we can just select and that directly appear. So I can set on check change listener. I take this event and same process nameless object and control. So radio button on check change listener. I just click. So that is a taking anonymous inner type. So here we can provide semicolon same in like button we have to provide, and that parenthesis start and complete to here. And now what to do same. So here on change listener, on check change listener we can provide that package. So that is a radio button group. Yes, so I just import. So yes, all error is gone. And now what to do? So only these two line, yes, that I copy this all code. So we cannot, yes, just pass to here. So that is a better. So yes, I passed. So just finish. That is our coding. So that is a get check change radio button ID provide that same and that toss. So whenever we can press, so no hit of the button directly that text is appear. So now first I can save, just save all and then run again our apps. So new updated apps is running. So I can run again. Let us check how difference that work. So we cannot use in the button that on click event, but that is a radio button group. So that event is a set on check change listener. So yes, that here that is a running. So wait some time because that takes some process and compile and all code is generated and that store in bin file. Yes, I think you have to you can watch my anatomy of Android application in my YouTube channel. So yes, that app now appear. So you can look here, that is no any button, and you can also use as a output in the text view. Yes, here I use as a toss, so you can also print your output in the text view. So yes, I click. So at the same time, you can look here, there is no require to button. So that is a perfectly, you can look very simple and very interesting. So yes, if you stay on permanently in this our rectangle screen activity, so you can take as a text view as your output. So here I can use as a toss. So print our radio button, selected radio button text. So yes, perfectly. So now let us, I summarize. So I minimize what to do. First, we can take to control radio button and then button. So first we can on click event, we can take these two line. And then here you can look, I just comment line for your reference. So I already this code also. So button I can delete on the our design, but here I take as a that you can take your ID. Here I also take as a comment line. Yes, just take up. So here radio button group and radio button both one reference and button, but button I have to delete. And then we can find you by ID. I take radio button group ID and then I first place in the button set on click listener and on click event. But after that I cut and paste or copy paste because I just for your reference also that is a valid perfectly. But here we can directly set on check change listener and write this code on the change uh, change check change that is a event of radio button group. So that is a directly radio button ID, that selected radio button ID, that type is an integer, that is a event method of a radio button group, and you can look in tooltip that return data type is integer. So selected radio button ID is written, and so we can take R1 radio button that reference and then find you by ID. I pass X here, not require R.java. So because we have to already use R.java file in group. So group provide to or which radio button is selected. So that is a very important in this session. And then I use as a toast class and R1 dot get text or toString. Yes, so that is a show. And you can also use text view set text and R1 dot get text and toString. Yes, that is also possibility. So that is a same process. So let us check. We can also use our text view. So yes, I take as a large text view. So you cannot bind in the radio button, but that is a relative layout. So you can bind your main. Yes, how we can identify. So yes, that is a linking to our radio button. Yes, now I can take, yes, now that binding to our parent activity. So now you can plus. And now we can go in our XML file. So what to change? So here we can just take that ID we have to change like text view answer or result res, and that large text is perfectly not required to change, and here I take as a match parent. Okay, so control S save and look our graphics. So that is perfectly. And now what to do? So we can, yes, that first take the one reference of text view here. So that is a better. So text view, yes, and T1 text view that reference, and same process. T1 find you by ID. We can take ID from r.java file. So ID dot txt answer, and then type casting is required. So add to cast text view. Yes, that save and error is gone. And now you can use anyone. So previously we can use toast. So I just give as a comment line. Now we can print in the text view. So that is a t1 dot set text. Yes, and then just you can r1 dot get text. So r1 is a radio button ID. So yes, get text and dot to string. Yes, here I think no, yes, that appear, but I think there is no require. Let us check. So I think that is directly print. So let us check. I save, yes, and then we can run. So let us, I run again third time. So run as Android application, and now that process is start. So look here, but that is a previous screen, so we cannot any uh, disturb, because that new our latest updated output is now coming. So you can wait, otherwise all that class file is running. So .apk file is generated, yes, and dex Dalvik executable file, and that store in the bin folder. Yes, here you can look that dx Dalvik executable file and rbdemo.apk. APK means that full form is Android package file. So now yes, that is coming. So look, large text we have to use. So yes, I press, just look, that is perfectly. So now that is a male female. So first we can use as a toast class. So here very interesting for your knowledge of Android. So can testing, and yes, I also suggest you can also single radio button. That is perfectly what to do. So you can take like here single radio button in that our activity, and then you can go in design view and take your radio button group control under that. So like I take two radio button like one and two, yes, and then what to do. So here you can just angular bracket and radio button group. So That's perfectly valid. So let us check. Yes. So in group, first you can take group and place your single radio button. And then here you can give ID that radio button width and height and that same process. So by default that is a appear. So why we can provide. So that is a, if you not know, so just I give idea, same process. So here they're taking radio button group automatically create the group. So we can take same process to single radio button and radio button group we have to take ourselves. So that is a different radio button and radio button group, single radio button. So Android there are two way means there are two in palette window. So here you can look. So just first I decrease the size of our locate window and now you can look here that is a radio button and here that is a radio button group. So now I can hope you can understand and enjoy this session. So very simple way I take radio button group in Android. So yes, subscribe my channel Ashok Sijalakani, press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting and sharing my video lecture and Hare Krishna.